Voices against corruption. Let the people speak.
Hello and welcome to Primark's public feedback series on corruption called Voices Against Corruption. And we ask, what do you think is responsible for citizens' involvement in corruption in the electricity sector?
There are several reasons that led the young ones to involve in the theft of electricity in Nigeria. One of such factors is the economic situation of the country. In as much as people are finding it difficult to lay hands on what to survive on, many of them devise other means of surviving. And you hear about, you see them doing all form of activities that contravene the use of electricity in Nigeria, especially vandalization of electricity poles and material that also can be sold in order to make up money.
Some persons are involved, maybe because they felt the electricity tariff is very high, and which is not a good answer. I think I've seen a young man who said he connects his AC directly. So I'm not in support of such. I believe anything you're doing as a citizen, you must reflect a good character and be patriotic to your nation. And you should not in any way subvert any means.
Okay, I feel it's due to the high cost in electricity tariff. That's the major cause. People just want to, yes, cut costs and just manage it themselves, maybe all through the months.
Yeah, actually, it's due to the economy. You know, the situation right now is not, is not favoring anybody right now, because the economic right now is so hard that people are finding shortcuts. So that is the reason why I think most of people do bypass, you understand? Because by the time you check the transportation, feeding allowance, rentage, all those things, you see, you don't have anything that you want to think of. So I don't blame them doing such, but I know it's bad.
Some is a financial challenge. They are not buoyant enough at that time to follow the due process. Why some can be as a result of impatience. Like when they look at the process that is involved, you know, you connecting to meter and stuff like that, they tend to bypass. You get it? Some are not patient enough to follow that process.
One of the factors, among others, is that the regulatory body of electricity are not owing up to their responsibilities.
You will stay for 30 days in a month. You only have light. They only give you light either midnight. Even that midnight, they will give you just like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. More than that, they will take it. And then let's say a week, they will give you like 2 or 3 times per month. And then you expect the citizen to pay that kind of money? Why are they also playing over our intelligence?
Basically, theft is a result or outpour of poverty, basically. So any theft at all, if it's not indigenous in the system, maybe a kind of disease that some people have, it's basically poverty that causes theft. So if you see anybody trying to bypass, you want to reduce the cost it's going to pay to NEPA. And if you see anybody stealing electric cable, transformer, copper, it's because they want money that they don't have through illegal means.
Well, I would say first of all, what the primary thing that drives people into corrupt acts in this country is poverty, harsh economy. Because it is when the economy is harsh, one will have a limited resources. And you will be tend to share these limited resources according to your priority. So there are some things that are important that are not directly affecting us that we tend to neglect. So when it comes to something like electricity theft, when somebody is using electricity and that person is supposed to pay, most of the time, when you look at the money that is being charged compared to the value you get from the money you pay, it prompts some people that have such tendency to be able to see how they can boycott paying that money. Because generally they felt that they are not really getting value for what they are paying.
Why people bypass generally is the current is just not enough and the tariff is too high. You don't expect giving citizens light 2 hours in a day. When this is heat period, we are supposed to have light at least throughout the night. Let's just sleep with it. In the daytime, we go about our businesses. But you deprive us the light in the daytime, you deprive us the light in the nighttime. Then how do we make amends for, how do we make up for the NEPA bill that we keep paying every month? So that's why I feel most people bypass.
Because those people there, they know the right thing to do, but they're not doing it. They keep on, increasing tariff arbitrarily without even commiserating to the amount you are paying. If you pay 4,000 or 5,000 naira as a recharge NEPA bill, within 2 or 3 weeks, it's all over. Why? You have pushed the citizen to the wall. What do you expect them to do? What do you expect to do? That's the truth. They should do the right thing. They will not do the bypass. If they have done the right thing, Nigerians will not do the bypass. But let me put it to you again. These so-called rich men or whatever you call them, many of them are doing bypass. Are you aware of that? For the fact we are not talking does not mean that we don't know. They keep on everything heaping out on the head of Nigeria, average Nigerians. How many of them are paying for electricity bill? They don't pay.
Primox Public Feedback on Corruption in Nigeria is produced with support from MacArthur Foundation.